Have you ever walked into a store, tried to buy something nice for yourself, only to find, wait, do I have enough cash? Don't worry, CPay has got you covered. Ask a friend, Nzame through CPay. First, request payment. Enter your friend's details. Confirm the details. Have them approve the request. Then, proceed to make the payment for your purchase using the merchant code provided. Confirm the payment. Now, you are well on your way to enjoying your purchase. At your convenience, you can deposit, send, and receive money using CPay while also taking care of your utility bills. CPay, seamless payments.
The countdown to the second International Political Campaigns Expo IPE 25 has begun. We are thrilled to invite you to register for the most electrifying political campaigns event of the year. This year's theme is Unlocking Voting Potential, the art of resourcing and skilling for winning campaigns. Look forward to innovative exhibits, interactive sessions with industry trailblazers and unparalleled networking opportunities. Connect with political campaign professionals from over 26 African countries holding elections in 2025 and 2026. Gain exclusive insights into the latest trends and technologies driving political campaigns. Mark your calendar for January 23rd and 24th, 2025 and be part of the future of political campaigning. Visit www.internationalpollexpo.com to register. We can't wait to see you there.
Every time I look at my mom, I see my world. I see a protector, a provider. I see a friend like no other. Sometimes I sit and wonder, how do we protect such beautiful creatures? Well, sometimes you can't, especially against things like death. The least we can do is to encourage them to take Tory funeral plan, because they take care of us when they are here, and Tory will take care of us when they are gone.
Himself. From Commissioner's office, you are saying these documents would go to public service. What happens from there?
From public service, it will come back confirmed. Come back being confirmed that this person now is a commissioner, has got the position.
Were there ever objections that, look, we don't take your recommendation, Commissioner?
Were
there ever objections from public service? Or public service will just approve?
No, sometimes there'll be some objections.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
But who at public service approves? Is it Public Service Commission or who?
That's Public Service Commission.
Okay. So would it mean that Public Service Commission maybe did not pick that irregularity, assuming it was an irregularity? if it confirmed or approved the recommendation? Or what happened?
No, actually, it's irregular in that for promotions made by public service, there are minutes to that effect.
You mean there must be minutes?
There should be some minutes.
Approving the recommendations, maybe. Okay, so in this case, are there minutes or what?
No, there's no such thing.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure.
So had he only recommended himself for promotion or other officers? I just want to find out, if you know, you know, if you don't know, you don't know. Had he only recommended himself for promotion or other officers within LCS?
I want to make some corrections.
Yes.
Yes. Saying that there's no minutes for that, because there's one document which I saw of 2019.
You want to make correction, you want to retract your statement that there are no minutes?
Yes.
What do you want to say?
There's one document which talks about these officers. Actually, it's not only one.
There is a document which talks about
it's on public service, even some bank where baba tabazini di sabona di hanotu kiliwezi na hana nzule sebedisyo mwingine finally the promoter from hotwa mrao kwa retrospective.
There's a document from public service which says that they should be regarded retrospectively.
they should be regarded as having been promoted in 2015.
Yes, Mr.
Okay. It was how officers, it means it was not only Mr. Solo who was affected by that.
Yes, Mr.
So you are saying this document that you saw is dated, is it a letter? What is it?
I forgot what is saving claim or whatever.
It's dated 2019.
2019.
Was it addressed to Commissioner's office, or where did you come across this document?
Well, I saw it in their files, in these files.
In the files of the concerned officers?
Yes.
So, I would imagine, as you said, it is public service that does that, confirms promotion. Does it mean then in 2019 it had sat and decided that, look, let's consider them to have been retrospectively appointed from 2019? Do you have that information that it had then set? You get my question? I'm saying, if you say that the appointing authority or convening authority then was Public Service Commission, this creates the impression that maybe Public Service Commission had sat, you understand, and approved the appointments or promotions retrospectively. Or who wrote that saving grammar letter?
I think it's PS, Mhlumpi. I think it's PS, Public Service.
Okay, you don't have it in your possession.
Is that the office, Mhlumpi?
Is that the office?
Yes, the office.
But what else does it say? When you read it, does it appear to have been a resolution of Public Service Commission?
Well, my predecessor tells me that he made some follow-ups, and the Public Service said something like, because in 20...
Your predecessor who?
Mr. Maseru.
He made follow-ups then?
Yes.
Concerning the same issue?
Concerning
what was his discovery?
What his discovery was that after there was a court case in 2018,
okay,
which was challenging the position of the same nature.
Which was challenging?
Positions of people who were promoted in the same nature.
Okay.
And after the court decided that no, these people should be sent back to their original positions.
Is it that case also, you mean Mr. Solo was amongst those?
No, he wasn't among those.
He was not among those?
I'm not among those.
But other officers who he had recommended were? He related to officers he had recommended?
No, other officers who were actually appointed in the same irregular.
Okay.
So when they learned that no, the court has given that this matter be treated this way, it was only that.
Is it the case involving officers including Mr. Maseru that we are talking about?
Yes, Mhlumpi. That's the
okay. Where that was the late Justice Ladwa? Okay. Okay.
So that's why they ran to Public Service to have this dealt with in that fashion.
So you mean after judgment was delivered by late Maseru?
Yes, Mhlumpi.
Not Maseru, Ladwa. Your predecessor got hold of the judgment, and when he saw the judgment, he went to Public Service. Or what are you saying?
Yes, what I'm saying is that after the judgment,
yes,
my predecessor realized that no, it looks like these are not the only people
okay,
who are supposed to be affected by the decision of the court.
Okay.
But then he discovered that there was this document from Public Service. So he went to Public Service and asked as to why is that they have written this. Then they said, oh, okay. He even brought to our knowledge that, no, are you aware that there's a court decision which is 1 to 3? Then they said, no, we were not aware. We were not aware that the court has given the decision of this nature. Had we known, we could not have done this.
Okay. Okay.
And at the time when they were doing that, we were no longer part of the Public Service because we were already having our own act.
Yes.
That's from 2016.
Yes.
So the Public Service will not have a say in our session.
Okay. I understand. But when Didn't you say that the saving grant, you said it was written when, confirming them retrospectively?
So, I think it's 2018, 2019, around.
Did they still have power over you?
No, Mhlonpe. It ended in 2016.
But who was the is it Mr. Maria who was acting in during that time when they wrote the saving grant?
No, it was Mr. Mutip.
He didn't ask them, but by which authority are you writing me this saving grant concerning appointments here?
No, he possibly was the one who actually wanted that to be done in that fashion, because he was also party. He was among the people who actually they were promoted in that way.
Okay. Make me understand, Commissioner. Was he promoted by Mr. Solo?
No,
But by somebody else, by another commissioner,
by another commissioner.
without following due process. Okay, meaning that he was also going to suffer the same fate as both Mr. Mayor.
Precisely.
Okay, so then he rushed to public safety, look, appoint us retrospectively. Okay. Though public service then no longer had any authority over LCS.
It ended in 2016.
It ended in 2016. But let's come to the case you are bringing to our attention of Mr. Swan. Since 2015, he was recognized as Deputy Commissioner since from the 3rd February 2015. You within this institution recognize him as Deputy Commissioner. In LCS, you regarded him as Deputy Commissioner and as Acting Commissioner. It's a question, Commissioner, which I want you to answer to help the Commission understand. I really want to understand if the officers here regarded him as Acting Commissioner as well as Deputy Commissioner, especially because you were in senior management then, isn't it? How was he regarded within the institution?
Well, I remember even on the day he was stepping down from acting.
Yes.
He said, "Don't be surprised when you see me putting on this epaulettes of Deputy Commissioner. This happened a short time after I was given the position of acting in the position of the commissioner."
Okay.
So
It confirms what you said. He said confirms what is on the record.
yes,
That after a month, after he acted for a month, then he was made a Deputy Commissioner. Okay.
yes. So he says, "No, I find it that it was." He's used the word funny. That's why I did not even write a circular notifying you that I'm a
Substantively Deputy Commissioner.
yes.
Okay. 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 What you are saying, Mr. Solo said, is consistent with his testimony that appears you have.
Yes.
That shortly after he was appointed acting commissioner, he then became Deputy Commissioner.
Deputy Commissioner.
Okay. So, okay. Would you know if maybe somebody had recommended him before he assumed the reins as acting commissioner?
Can you come again, Klimpi?
I'm saying, though the appointment happened when he was already in commissioner's office, would you know if somebody maybe had appointed him or recommended his appointment before he even assumed commissioner's office? Who was he taking over from, Mr. Su?
From Mr. Khalechan Mhlumpe.
Okay. Hence I'm asking, would you know if Mr. Khalechan had not appointed, had not recommended him
Then
to be a deputy commissioner?
Yes, Mhlumpe, there will be some document to that effect, Mhlumpe.
Okay. So there's no documentation?
There's no documentation. Only the documentation, the document that we have is of PS, then PS.
That's the only thing you have?
That's the only thing we have, which means that it was, if it's like that, you will take it that it was like maybe if he said that his seniors appointed him, it will mean that the senior will be PS and maybe the minister. And to my best knowledge, it's only commissioner's position which can be politically motivated and no other position. These are the ones we contested for.
Okay. Meaning they were already contested for deputy commissioner positions. Deputy commissioner positions were already contested for at that time.
No, that one I cannot remember. All I know is that there was no commissioner. It was only him in that in that office.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But my question is, I have been told, or we have been told, that deputy commissioners' positions are contested for. What was happening then?
No, there was no contest at all.
Okay. They were not, recruitment was not fair and transparent then.
No, there was no such Mhlumpe.
People were handpicked.
Yes, especially for this one, there was no competition.
Don't say for this one. I'm talking of, I will come to this one after you would have told me what was the general principle that was applicable for those positions, because now we have been told that they are competed for, from position of assistant superintendent to the position of deputy commissioner. We have been told that they are competed for. So I'm asking a simple question. What was happening there?
No, to my recollection, they were competed for.
That's the question I was asking. They were competed for.
Yeah.
These positions, then they were already competed for. Okay. Meaning that, just to make sure that I'm clear, deputy commissioner's position at the time Mr. Solo became deputy commissioner, they were generally competed for. Applications or they were advertised and people were invited to apply.
That is so, Chair.
To the best of your knowledge, had the position been advertised?
No.
At the time he was appointed, it hadn't been advertised.
Yeah.
Okay. If I hear you well, based on the process, it would appear that there are several irregularities that happened. If the process that you are refining is correct, isn't it?
That is so, Chair.
The position was not competed for, that would be the first.
That is so, Chair.
The second one, which comes from you, he recommended himself. There was a conflict of interest.
That is so, Chair.
The third one, it would appear that you said his public service commission that was appointing, it didn't sit to appoint him.
That is so, Chair.
Okay. Okay. What happened then to these other officers that were directly affected by judgment of Hlagwanejei? Were they also appointed retrospectively, or what happened after that judgment?
No, actually, they too were there in that document from public service, but then that did not have impact on the decision of the commission.
Now, what I'm asking is, you are saying that, look, people who had been appointed in the similar fashion as those that were taken to court were retrospectively appointed, let's say by PS. You are saying that's what happened. he left out Mr. Miano. What happened to them? Or he also said, this court is met. I'm going to appoint them retrospectively. What happened? That's why I want to know what happened to those.
Mhlawumbe ke mamekiseng le bona bana mabitso a bona a hlaya moo.
I said that if the names of those ones also feature there,
They appear in the saving ground.
Ho jwalo Mhlawumbe.
that is so, Chair.
That they be also appointed retrospectively.
Ho jwalo Mhlawumbe.
That is so, Chair.
Okay.
Empa jwale ho ile hwa etsa effect taba eno ya ba ho etsa effect taba ya court order. Ha ka sheba eno e buwe moo.
What was affected?
Court order. Ho bana ba ne ba hla court order.
Okay.
Mhlawumbe.
The institution complied with the court order.
Ho jwalo Mhlawumbe.
It did not consider them to have been promoted.
Ho jwalo Mhlawumbe.
Okay. I'm going to repeat it, Commissioner. You are saying these people, there are two categories of people who are appointed in a similar, irregular fashion. That's what you are saying.
Ho jwalo Mhlawumbe.
Others were taken to court where their appointments were nullified. That's what you are saying.
Ho jwalo Mhlawumbe.
Others were not taken to court like Mr. Solo.
Ho jwalo Mhlawumbe.
But thereafter, it would appear that the PS, Public Service, issued a safegram saying all these people must be considered to have been retrospectively appointed from February. Is it February 2015? Or is different dates?
Yes,
Okay.
different days.
Okay. Okay. But then, notwithstanding that circular, as far as those whose appointment had been nullified by courts of law, the institution being LCS decided that, look, we are going to comply with the court order. We are going to ignore this circular as far as these people are concerned.
That is so, Chair.
But for those that did not appear in the court order or were not taken to court, the institution complied with the circular from the PS or saving ground from the PS.
But they cannot say it complied, but
They were already reaping the benefits.
they were already reaping the benefits.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any other thing that you want to say to enlighten the commission if in fair on the issue?
I'm thinking, ke pheto mohlomong tabeng ke nanne hore ke kgola mme ke tabane ya ga tshele mohlompheng.
Okay.
Ke ne ke batla hore ke hlakise tabeng.
Yes, please quickly deal with it.
Ke a leboha mohlompheng. Ke hlokometse hore ho na le taba ya hore ra tshele ke ne ke ile ka bolellwa hore a tloswe station sa Central.
I realized that it is alleged that I was told that Hatsele should be removed from Central Prison
Hobane o no a bonahala le motho a trafficang.
because he seemed to be trafficking.
Ho jwalo mohlompheng le hlile ke ile ka fumana tabeng.
That is true, Chair. I got that report.
Mme ke ile ka bontsha bana go tshwanela ho etswe mosebetsi.
And I intimated that the job should be done.
What did you mean?
Ka ho jwalo mohlompheng taba ya discipline ya bohlanka ha ba etsa diphoso.
The issue of discipline officers when they have made or misbehaved,
E etswa diteisheneng tseo ba amang ho tsona.
it happens in the respective stations.
Mme hore office ya commissioner e tlotla e bolellwa ka taba tsa di-allegations tsa hore ho na le misbehavior ya bo etswang ke bohlanka ha wa nepahala.
And it is improper to report at the office of the commissioner that there are officers who are misbehaving at the stations.
Haholoholo ebile ha office ya commissioner e se bile e bolella hore e tshwanela hore jwale e nke kgato,
especially now when the office of the commissioner is being told that it has to take an action.
fela jwale motho yo buang ka ena ho sena moo a fuweng monyetla hore a bela ha lehlakore.
Yet this very person who is the subject has not been given an opportunity to give a side of the story.
Taba ena re hlodisitswe ka makgatlo a mangata haholo.
We lost a lot of cases as a result of this.
Mme o tla fumana bahlanka bo jwale se bile re sita le bokgalemela hobane re tle be re bo atametse ka mokgwa o sa nepahalang.
And to realize that in the end, you're not able to discipline such an officer because of the incorrect approach.
Tlasa person rules mohlomphehi, that is part E.
Okay. So, your argument was that is your problem, discipline him.
Ho jwalo mohlomphehi.
That is so, Chair.
They are saying that as far as, I think, head of intelligence or intelligence officers, something which we forgot to ask you. As far as they are concerned, though they are physically here, they work here, they report to headquarters. Their files are headquarters and not here. And the expectation was that it is the headquarters that will take action against him. What do you say to that? They say, yes, this person is here, reports here, but principally, he accounts to head office. They are the ones who must take action against him. And I think they said that there is somebody in commissioner's office who is responsible for people like Mr. Russell. You understand what they were saying? And we forgot to ask you about your intelligence section. To whom does it report? What are the reporting lines? Because you would agree that intelligence function is one of the very critical functions within any law enforcement establishment. But there is this confusion about yours here. Where does it report? Now we have Mr. Russell. A very serious allegation is made against him. He's not disciplined. He's just transferred. And we are told that, look, we couldn't discipline him here because now he reports to headquarters. What's the case? What's the situation? What's the correct situation?
Taba ya motho a reportang teng e batla e se that material ho etsahalang ke hore motho yo o na le immediate supervisor ya hae.
An issue about where this officer reports to is not really material, but what is a fact is that there's an immediate supervisor to whom that officer reports to.
Yes, who is Mr. Russell's immediate supervisor when he's here? Or let's forget, we can talk about Mr. CAC, who is immediate supervisor of head of intelligence at the stations. Is it headquarters or is it station commander?
Motho wa intelligence mohlomphehi o reporta bakeng tse pedi.
Yes.
Some intelligence personnel reports in two areas or offices.
O reporta ho station commander.
He reports to the station commander.
O boetse the same information ya faneng ka yona o reporta ntloholo.
He also reports the same information at headquarters.
To commissioner at headquarters?
No, not to the commissioner headquarters. To the security office.
But it was like they can also report to you. We were told of 3 lines of reporting.
Yes.
Station commander, in security office, as well as commissioner.
Well, even to me, they can come from there.
Okay.
There's no problem.
Yes, who is the immediate supervisor of this person?
The immediate supervisor here is this one who is next to him, who is the officer commanding.
They even said, look, their files are not even kept here. All our stuff here, we have their files here. Why are their files kept at headquarters? If the expectation is that they full report here, but then they have dotted line reporting, but then should anything happen there?
At headquarters, then they said, you'll find them. That's why headquarters should, for Mele filing in Mhlompe, they liberty have an alert as a futon bagaila headquarters tisa filing.
They're still allowed to, if they need that file, to go and fetch it from headquarters so that they can continue with the issue.
But do you have a common understanding within the institution, Commissioner, that their direct manager or solid manager is the one here at the station? Is that a common understanding within the institution?
That
their line manager is station commander. Is it, can you really say that there is a common understanding that when they are at the stations, their line manager is station commander? Can you say there is that common understanding?
I cannot say for sure, Mhlompe. I cannot say for sure is that where is the understanding. But
so does it obtain throughout the country? You have intelligence officers in districts throughout the country?
No, Mhlompe.
Or it's only here?
It's only here.
Okay. So you are saying you cannot really say that there is common understanding within LCS that their direct or line manager is the one here?
Yes, Mhlompe.
Okay. But I would accept that if there is no common understanding, maybe they were not wrong in referring the issue to Commissioner's office. But the question is, did you clarify to them that, look, this person, you are his direct report. I expect you, or direct manager or line manager, I expect you to take action. You get my question? Assuming that actually you are saying there wasn't, you don't think there is that common understanding that their direct line manager is here. After, what was the engagement after the issue was brought to your attention? Did they then create clarity to say to them, look, don't bring him to me. I expect him to fully account to your station commander. Though he is at liberty, he has a dotted line reporting to my office, can also report to Mr. Mao's office, But eventually, since he is at your station, it's you who has to take disciplinary action against him. That clarity, did you seize that opportunity to create clarity there?
Yes, Mhlonpe, I did.
Meaning your expectation then was that they must take a disciplinary action.
That is so, Chair.
That's why maybe you refused to transfer him when they insisted that you have to transfer him.
That is so, Chair.
But it's like you eventually succumbed. I think we were told of a letter which you wrote of his transfer. I think he said he hasn't seen it himself, Mr. Russell, something like that. But it was like in his fine, which is now, is it now at CSTS? I don't understand, or now he doesn't report to intelligence. But it's like it's now at CSTS. Yes, and I recall that Mr. Ntako was saying, this man is clean. There is absolutely nothing in his fine to show all these things which they were complaining about. But later, after evidence, I think that attitude changed. you understand? I think that attitude changed because now Mr. Razala had implicated them. You understand? But it happens. All I'm saying is, he was saying it's clean, but what I'm raising with you is like, it comes from me, this one. It's like you eventually succumbed because it's like there is a letter from the commissioner to Mr. Russell, something like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think we were told of a letter in the file from the commissioner transferring Mr. Russell.
Yes.
There is that letter.
There's a letter to that effect.
Okay. It's like he went to headquarters, spent some time there, then they went to CSTS. Is then my analysis correct that you eventually succumb? Mr. Majar.
Eventually, I charged him.
No. Or
eventually, I transferred him.
Yes. You eventually transferred him. Was it based on the same considerations as Mr. Majara?
The same consideration from people.
It was the same consideration.
Yes, because we are going to report to Mr.
He was going to report
to Mr. Mahau, and he was going to report as well to Mr. Manaka.
No. Yes, I'm saying when you transferred him from here, was it based on the same considerations? Because in the case of Mr. Majara, you agreed that he should not report to Mr. Tsulo and Mr. Pamotse because they had issues with him. Then you said, okay, let me relocate him to his function too. Is it Mrs.? To whom does Mr. Majara report?
Deputy Commissioner Ramai.
Yes, because they didn't want to work with him. That's why I'm saying, is it the same considerations that you used in the case of Mr. Russell?
Yes, the same consideration. Not that I was convinced that he was trafficking.
You recall what I said when you talked about the issue of Mr. Majar?
Quite well,
you remember?
Yes,
that if you keep on relocating the functions or people simply because others don't want to work with them, you will create a bad precedent.
That's what we said, Mhlumpi.
You have done it twice now. You have done it twice now. Somebody else will come and tell you that I don't want to work with this person. Because of these considerations, because now you are unable to draw a line on the sand and say, I'm the one in charge. I'm the one in charge. I want people to be treated fairly. If ever you have issues with this person, discipline him. I'll tell you a brief story. I used to work in an organization where one manager would always go to the man in charge, an executive, complain about the subordinate. I'm not able to perform because of this subordinate. This subordinate is doing A, B, C, D, E. You understand? For you to understand what I mean, I have people that I work with. Instead of taking charge of my chambers and taking action against them when they are not performing, I always go to the Chief Justice. Look, so-and-so is doing this, so-and-so is doing this. You understand? I'm underperforming because so-and-so is doing this. A responsible leader will say, okay, I understand. If you fail to take action against this person who you are saying is messing up your office, I'll take action against you. That's what that leader did. Or you mean you can't control or manage resources under you? I'm going to take action against you. It's you who will leave this organization. You understand? Because you always, you want me to manage people under you. You want me to manage people under, when you are supposed to be leading and managing them yourself.
You understand?
It's you who will go, and it happened exactly like that. It happened exactly like that. So you, when they come to you and say, look, so-and-so, I don't want to work with him, like Mr. Russell, because then he's suspected of disciplinary transgressions. Instead of stamping your authority and say, look, such a serious matter, where he shared information with inmates which could have caused injuries to other inmates, you tell me you haven't disciplined him? Go and discipline him. Now you transfer him. You see, that is going to create you big problems. Because now we're told of how bad he is, Mr. Rase. From the word go, you understand? From the word go, we're told how bad he is. But he came here, Mr. Rase. Or even those that were telling us how bad it is, but he has no disciplinary record. You make life difficult even for yourselves. You can't keep on saying employees are bad, yet you don't want to. You are not courageous enough. You are not brave enough to discipline them and ensure that they go home if they can't reform. And you keep on transferring them. They are going to cause problems wherever you are transferring. You are actually transferring problems. If somebody like Mr. Russell, a head of intelligence, is accused, there are so serious allegations against him. He hasn't been tried. He is still here. It's not only disservice to the institution, but it must be painful even to him if it is all lies what is being said about him. Because he's not being given a chance now to present his case and say, look, all you are saying about me is not true. You understand?
That is so.
Yeah. It's like that man, Chako, who was murdered here. You understand?
Yeah,
he was not given his day in court to tell you how he escaped. Maybe he was also forced to escape, as others are saying, look, so-and-so forced us to escape. He told us that he was going to butcher us if we don't escape. You understand? Now he is not giving his day in court. He's killed. Now this man is transferred instead of disciplining him for him to explain himself. So all I'm saying, Commissioner, is if you keep on transferring people because other people don't want to work with them or they hate them, you're going to have serious problems. Yes, you wanted to address the issue. You have addressed it. Is there anything else that you want to say?
No, I've said it all.
Okay, okay. Do you have questions, Commissioner? Okay. Yes. Okay, or something else, Commissioner, please. Yes. Yes.
Harmonization
No, Commissioner, even the minister was here. He talked about it. He talked about it. We will flag it in our report because we have raised it. And even Mr. Maham, he raised it. He is even saying, look, if in station commanders, they use motor vehicles from LCS and as seniors, we don't have that privilege. You understand?
So painful.
Even compared to the counterparts. As some say, he asked for a lift from a counterpart. You understand? Yes. But 2016 Act is very clear that as far as ununiformed staff, civilian staff that we have here, they are governed under public service laws, isn't it? Uniformed officers regulate their terms and conditions. They must be per the regulations, which must be
Have you ever walked into a store? Try to buy something nice for yourself, only to find, wait, do I have enough cash? Don't worry, CPay has got you covered. Ask a friend, Nzame through CPay. First, request payment. Enter your friend's details. Confirm the details. Hand them the request. Proceed to make the payment for your purchase using the merchant code provided. Confirm the payment. Now you are well on your way to enjoying your purchase.
I said that this issue has impacts on two sides.
At your convenience, you can deposit, send, and receive money using CPay while also taking care of your utility bills.
The court decision
CPay,
was
seamless
ruled against their
payments.
favor.
Bana bona go tlanka gape ning ka bona.
They are asking as to when the decision will be taken against the Swans.
Mme e boetse hape e na le impact tabeng ya be bang ba renting ile motho o ntse hae motho na ke senya ga jwang.
It also has an impact on those on the similar ranks, because they'll be said that this person is now my senior.
Hobane ke a tseba position na hae ka position ya tsa bona ntse ina ditaba.
Because I know that there are still issues in relation to this position of theirs.
So in short, how about position tse tshwana tsa bona ka nna ba two deputy commissioners are complaining on how is Mr. Solo their senior?
That is so true.
That impact only or does not extend to junior officers? Do they question him?
Well, even some of the junior officers, I think, but then I'm saying they are taking different ranks. But generally, the issue is, no, we know there are some people who are holding positions which they were not supposed to have were supposed to be given to them. It's because everybody believes that no, had so and so not been given that position, and the position was contested fairly, maybe I could have been given that position. That's the belief of everyone.
Can it go to the extent of this junior officer not complying with his directives or instructions?
It can have that impact.
Has it happened?
Well, I cannot say. But then from the rumors that I've heard, then I felt that no, this is possible.
Okay. No, thank you, Chair.
Mr. Solo. That side. I'm not sure you have any questions for the commissioner.
I do, my lord.
Okay. Please, let's proceed.
Thank you, my lord. Commissioner Ngaga, what's the name appointment day ya deputy since you became senior commissioner?
When did you learn of my appointment as a deputy commissioner, since you were in the office of the commissioner?
Ke tsebile ka yona ka letsatsi leo o no thewa bo deputy bo acting commissioner.
On the day you were leaving the position of the acting deputy commissioner?
Suppose Mbaba Mba tshabile taba ena. Hobaneng o sa kwa engela kgato hang hang o kena ka senior commissioner?
Why didn't you take an action immediately against him the moment you stepped into the office of commissioner? After you talked about, you mentioned it
Commission.
in the commission.
Platform
I found that the right platform for me to address it. especially when it is you who talk or who mentioned it.
Commissioner, would you rather I had hidden this from the commission that I once acted in the office of the deputy commissioner and also in the office of the commissioner?
Sorry?
Ono ka lakatsa hore ebe ke patetse komisi taba ya hore ke la ka ba motshwaredi ofising ya deputy commissioner le ya commissioner.
No. Ne ke se re o pate, empa ke ne ke re ke bone ka o buile ditaba mo ho nepaetseng.
I was not saying that you should have hidden it, but I was just saying that I feel like you've said these things at the right platform.
Ya leba mga. O aware ka public service order of 1970.
Are you aware of a public service order of 1970?
Pertaining to appointment of officers in the prison service.
Ke aware.
I'm not aware of it.
Pertaining to appointment.
Of senior officers in the prison service.
Proceed.
Magalangaga. But what's that saying?
He is saying he's not aware. Yes.
How so I mean the
No, he said I'm not aware. Didn't you say so?
This is what I said.
Oh.
Yeah.
Commissioner said,
I put to you that officers below us have an understanding that when we get into the office of the commissioner, we are very much aware of the principles guiding that office.
That public service order of 1970.
I put to you that I'm shocked that you don't know about that public service order of 1970.
Now, when it how got 3 January 2015, senior assistant commissioner.
Are you testifying to the truth when you're saying that on the date that's mentioned, I was senior assistant commissioner?
Ka nako eo e hlile substantive position senior assistant commissioner.
I said that the substantive position you were holding at that time was that of a senior assistant commissioner.
Now actor, I wasn't aware of.
But I wasn't aware of the acting.
No, I wasn't aware.
You say that you weren't aware that I was acting as the deputy commissioner at the time.
Commissioner said, "How do you know? Ke be ka pele ho wena hore ha re dula stulo seo se o se dutseng. Re nka ka no re kgothaletsa ho bua nnete. Mme nnete e seng ho ho."
I put to you that when we sit on that chair on which you're seated, we advise to tell the whole truth, nothing else.
In the Deputy Commissioner. Acting Deputy Commissioner.
I didn't say that you weren't acting Deputy Commissioner.
I said I don't remember, but what I'm 100% sure that you were at that particular time, you were a substantive holder of position of Senior Assistant Commissioner.
September 2014.
I put to you that on the 1st of September 2014,
acting appointment there, deputy commissioner.
I was awarded with the position of acting as the deputy commissioner.
Yaba wena o fuwa ya ho actor position e neng ke hatwa ya senior assistant commissioner.
And you were awarded with acting the position which I had just left of the senior assistant commissioner.
Because
meaning there is no way you cannot say that you don't remember because
that acting appointment.
One of the things that I was giving you space when I left that position.
Let him answer. Yes, Commissioner. He said that there is no way you can say you were not aware or you can't remember because you somehow became his predecessor. He was appointed as acting deputy commissioner. You were appointed as acting senior commissioner. That's what you are saying.
That's all, my lord.
That's why I'm saying I don't know that, but I'm saying I'm 100% sure that he was a substantial holder of the position of senior assistant commissioner. But I don't deny the fact that maybe you were acting. That one I don't contest.
Aware hore ka 2004.
Are you aware that in 2004?
2000?
Or before that one, I'm sorry. Or aware ka retrospective appointment by the relevant authority.
Are you aware of the retrospective appointment by the relevant authority?
Yeah. I mean,
Which one?
No, that concept, retrospective appointment.
The concept retrospective appointment. Yes, I am aware of its existence.
Ya lebo. O ka hopola hore ka 2004 December. Ha re qala ho ba le commissioner. Ha re ntse re na le director of prisons.
Would you be able to recall that in 2004, when we first had the deputy commissioner, whereas previously during the prison time we had director of prisons?
Did you say when you first had commissioner?
Commissioner.
Okay.
That title, commissioner.
When they first had the title of commissioner.
Or when we first had the title of commissioner?
Yes. You are still asking the question.
He hasn't answered, my lord.
Oh, I thought you were continuing. Yes, he is asking if you are aware that did you say 2004?
December 2004, my lord.
Okay.
Teng ya hopola re hlile ka 2004 ke nako re ile ra change from prison to correctional service.
I recall that in 2004 is the time when we shifted from prisons to correctional services.
O ka hopola hore the appointing authority.
Would you recall that the appointing authority?
Ile a hlaisa tokomane e ntseng qeto ya hore Commissioner of Correctional Service, ebe Commissioner 2.
Provided the decision that the Commissioner for Correctional Services should be Commissioner 2.
Yes.
O ka hopola hape hore the same document in a sebile laetse na deputy haebe mang.
Would you recall that the same document had also directed who his deputy should be?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Ke a leboha. O ka hopola hore fela so itse ha o tsebe public service order of 1970. Empa he ke beya ka pele ho wena hore the same order ene ke buang ka yona. Ka nako eo ene e fa letona la ditjhankana matla wa appoint senior officers in consultation with the Public Service Commission.
I put to you that the same order gave the Minister of Correctional Services the power to appoint the commissioner or deputy
Senior officers.
or senior officers in consultation with public service.
Ke ne ke tlo botsa na that order o ka hopola di rules tse etsang operationalize but o so itse ha o tsebe order eno empa le ha ho le jwalo.
I was going to ask you if you know the rules which makes that order, but you said that you don't know about it.
O ka hopola hore deputy commissioner eo a neng appointed hong le the commissioner ka authority e neng e ba appointile.
Would you recall that the authority which had appointed that commissioner and his deputy at that time?
Mr. Sung,
My lord.
if you can leave this history, just go to the issue involving you. If you say, I put to you, I was appointed by so and process was followed. If he is able to say no, or he will say no. If he says, Oh, I was mistaken. I was not aware.
That's going to highlight something, my lord, if you
Yes.
could allow me.
Yes.
I was about to tell him that the deputy commissioner, since the Public Service Commission had not been consulted, the said commission had to authorize that retrospectively.
Oh, you mean this one that was appointed with Mr. Tu?
That is so, my lord. That is why I asked him whether he's aware of retrospective appointment.
I said, yes.
Just a minute. So, you are saying public service hadn't been consulted when deputy commissioner was appointed. Then it later appointed him retrospectively.
That is so, my lord.
Are you aware that that's what happened with that deputy commissioner?
Yes, I recall that.
He was appointed retrospectively as well.
Yeah, I remember that.
Coming back to my appointment, Commissioner said, would you rather I had continued acting in the 2 positions, even after my authorities had been aware?
Maamo ka lakatsa gore ke tswile ntse ke tshwaretse di-positioneng tseo tse pedi empa le beng ba ka ntse bile ba hlokomela. Ya bo commissioner le deputy commissioner.
Mostly actor person tse pedi.
No, you wouldn't act in 2 positions.
Can you suggest what would have been done?
Ono ka lakatsa gore go hula wa itsuwa jwang?
Ha go utlwisise potso ya gago na e lebisa kae go latela ona argument ya ka go kae.
I do not understand your question based on what my argument is.
You seem to be challenging my confirmation into the office of the deputy commissioner then. That's why I'm saying, what could have happened in your own view?
No, I challenge the way it was done. I'm saying you're already in the office of the commissioner. And there was nobody except you who will make a deputy commissioner or acting deputy commissioner, a person who is acting in the position of the deputy commissioner, a substantive holder of that position. So which means you did it yourself.
Did you check for my file that I did it myself?
No, there's no body there who was at the apex, it was you. That's what I'm saying. The commissioner is the one who was to facilitate that. And by then it was you. And you are saying it was, you are saying from the document you are saying, you are seniors. Then I say, who are your seniors in this particular case? Because I know your seniors will be the principal secretary and maybe the minister. And I'm saying those two cannot promote anybody who is below, who is those ranks at the rank of a deputy commissioner.
Thank you, sir. Can you quote any rule that makes provision for the commissioner to make a recommendation for any appointment by the minister? Is there any rule to which we can refer?
Sorry?
Hona le molao o re ka ra reng o qobella commissioner hore ha batla hore motho minister ga ta mo appoint jwale e be yena commissioner himself ya etsang kgothaletso.
I hear you, Commissioner. Department.
Please
It's
answer the question, sir. Hona le molao o tshwang jwale re tle re tsebe hore o ile wa tlola hobane jwale ho ne ho sena commissioner kapa ho no bua ka the sitting, even though it was in acting appointment, the sitting commissioner.
Yeah, I think what is commissioner is there any law which says that a recommendation must emanate from commissioner?
That's my point.
Potso ya gago ke hore na ho na le molao o reng kgothaletso eno e tlameha e hlahe ho commissioner.
Not molao as such, but then I will say who is a ditokomane public service the head of the department
Not law per se, but there are documents which are taken to public service and is filled by the head of the department.
Ke beha ka pele ho wena mongaka ho dintho tse ding ha ntse ke di highlighter. E se ka go hlaisa hanyane. Ntho eno buang ka yona e kapuwe ke office e leng concurrence.
I put to you that now when I'm bringing up some issues, it would appear as though I'm belittling you, but what I'm telling you is that what you're talking about appears
Concurrence.
The whole part
Okay. Public Service Order of 1970.
the public service order of 1970.
Ha hona mo e buang ka ditepe tse ntse latelwang hore minister a tla qetella consultile the Public Service Commission.
It has not outlined the steps which the minister has to take so that he consult the public service at the end.
Ka hona ke beha ka pele ho wena hore concern eno nang le yona e bileng o tlise ka pele ho commission.
Therefore, I put to you that this concern which you have even brought before the commission.
Ke hobane fela o le motho o na le di-issues against me.
It is only because you as an individual has issues against me.
Ke beha hape ka pele ho wena hore
Let him answer. Let him
Thank you,
answer.
my lord.
Yes, Mr.
Because
Now he will explain when he gets there. He is going to show us what he's talking about. Yes, you can answer. He said no. You only have personal issues against me. That's what is actuating this concern which you have.
no, how can we get the issue in
If I had issues with you, I would have raised this a long time ago. I wouldn't have waited for you to bring it up first.
Ke beha ka pele ho wena mongaka hore ke sebeditse le di-commissioner o ya bohlano ke sebetsang le yona.
I put to you that I've worked with commissioners. You're the fifth one, which I worked with.
Mme ke boetse ke beha ka pele ho wena hore ke na le maikutlo kapa I have observed ke le motho hore wena o commissioner a bobedi eo ke na le maikutlo a hore ya ntshaba ka hore ke tloha ke mo etsa unseat.
And I put to you that you're the second commissioner whom I have the feeling or contention that he fears me because you think I will unseat you. I only wanted you to take us away from the thought or belief that you got this position unfairly.
But then you disagree with him. You say, no, you fear me, you think I will unseat you.
No, there's no way he can unseat me. I'm not acting.
Ke a leboha. Ke ne ke lakatsa ho etsa mohlala wa ditaba tse ding tseo di buileng maobane.
I'd like to make reference of the things you talked about yesterday.
O buile ka office ya legal.
No. Maybe you will make submission because they're already in evidence. When you submit, you can address based on those issues. We understand your point is that no, he's raising this issue because he doesn't like me or he think I will unseat him. Unless if it's a new issue that you are raising, you want to put it to him.
No, it's not a new issue, my lord.
Then when you address us, you can raise those issues.
Okay.
If they are already on record as evidence, you don't have to repeat them.
Thank you, my lord.
Yes.
Mongaka ke beha ka pele ho wena hore maikutlo o nang le ona ka taba ena appointment ya ka yo reng it was unfair kapa.
I put to you that your feelings about my appointment, which you say or which you term unfair,
Ka boemo ba hao le commissioner
with your position as a commissioner,
ke beha ka pele ho wena hore o no lokela ho elellwe hore o qabanya di commission tse pedi e leng Public Service Commission
I want to put to you that you're causing a fight between two commissions, being the Public Service Commission
and the currently sitting commission, e re leng ka pele ho yona.
and the currently sitting commission, which we are before.
It's all scattered tabana go or now. Who is it?
And make sure that they do not have a commotion by outlining exactly what happened.
Ke a leboha. Having realized hore hona di ofisiri tse ne di sa appointwa,
Having realized that there were officers which had not been appointed,
Are you outlining? You'll outline when you testify.
okay.
All you can say is, I've been appointed in terms of section so and so of the law. Or I don't know how I was appointed. It was not my business to know. Those that appointed me. You understand?
That is my stance, my lord.
Yeah, I told him yesterday that it's not your problem that you skip the ranks. You understand? It's not your problem. Those that appointed you had the power to appoint you. Maybe it is causing problems within the organization, but you didn't appoint yourself. So if that's what you are saying, also you have to put it to him that, look, I didn't appoint myself. I don't even know how they appointed me. Or if you know, you say, look, I was appointed in terms of section so and so of the law. What do you say?
Ke a leboha Mohlompehi. Commissioner say, ke beha ka pele ho wena hore should you have issues pertaining to my appointment,
I put to you that should you have issues pertaining my appointment,
umpe wa tamele relevant authorities.
please approach relevant authorities
Tseo mohlomong di ka nullifyang that appointment kapa tsa explainer to you.
which can explain or nullify that appointment.
But is this a question or you are just advising?
I put it before him, my lord.
Commissioner, what do you say?
Mhlompe ntse ke mametse ke kgola ntse ke mametse nakong eo ya tle bua le a fana ka gona what happened. Hoba ntse ke batla ho utlwisisa that mystery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ke kopa ho botsa se hore tse ding ho itswe mohlomong nka di beha ke le mo mo dutseng ke bewa di mohlomong ke hlongwa dipotso.
No, I was saying, if you say you are appointed in terms of so and so law, you put it to him, look, I was appointed by so and so in terms of, so that he can respond. If he says, I don't know, I don't know. And if your view also is that, look, how I was appointed, I don't know, you put it to him.
Ke beha ka pele ho wena mongaka hore o mpolo bala di minutes tseo tsa Public Service Commission.
I put to you to go and read the minutes of Public Service Commission
I think they are self-explanatory enough for what we see.
for you to understand.
Then you decide whether you should challenge that decision or not.
Yes.
I did interpret that at the end because I said they are self-explanatory.
Yes. What do you say?
Mhlompe ke a kgola ho ntse le bohlokwa hore le commission le na utlwisisa hona ke taba tsa mofuta wa feng ile wa ska nna ga khokela ho tsona.
I think it is important for the commission to appreciate what kind of things these are so that we do not have to revert to them.
Any question?
No further questions, my lord.
Okay, thank you. Yes, you are excused, Commissioner. Is Mr. Sulu going to testify right away or?
Yes, I propose.
Okay, Mr.
we
Sulu,
finish it.
please, so that we can finish with this issue. Yes.
Have you ever walked into a store? Try to buy something nice for yourself, only to find, wait, do I have enough cash? Don't worry, CPay has got you covered. Ask a friend, Nzame, through CPay. First, request payment. Enter your friend's details. Confirm the details. Have them approve the request. Then, proceed to make the payment for your purchase using the merchant code provided. Confirm the payment. Now, you are well on your way to enjoying your purchase. At your convenience, you can deposit, send, and receive money using CPay while also taking care of your utility bills. CPay, seamless payments.
No. You understand?
I do, my lord.
It's not our, we don't have authority. We know what we have authority to do. You understand?
That is so, my lord.
Yes. Even if you were to say, oh, I now realize I was irregularly appointed, we can't say, oh, we reverse it. You understand?
I do, my lord.
Yes. You can proceed. You heard what the commissioner said. You can testify or you want to be asked questions.
Please, so, please, my lord.
Okay. Do you know, would you know if your appointment as deputy commissioner was above board in the sense that all legal instruments were complied with or procedural steps? Would you know that yourself?
As far as I recall, during the commissionerhood of Commissioner Safadi,
Yes.
he and the then principal secretary in the ministry
Yes.
I don't know how they had reached that conclusion. Apparently, they had agreed that the department was done working with the Public Service Commission.
When was this, the period?
I think it's around 2013.
Yes.
And then subsequently they wrote a letter to the Public Service Commission. Expressing gratitude to the long-term collaboration, perhaps since 1970, after the public service order was issued. I may not quote it rightly, but the letter or the contents of the letter were that from now onwards, we are going to promote senior officers within the department.
Who was this PS?
Mrs. Sekhanto.
Okay.
And from then, the promotions of the senior officers were completed within the ministry.
Were done through the ministry.
That is all, my lord.
Which word did you use?
The ministry.
No, before the ministry.
Completed.
Completed.
That is what.
Yes.
and my promotion into the office of the Deputy Commissioner also followed the same route.
Okay.
I don't know who had advised, be it the Public Service Commission or any other person or authority, but we are made to believe that, hey, people, since you don't have an act, you are doing it the wrong way. You still
Meaning that the peers and commissioners were doing something illegal. Their agreement was not sanctioned by law.
That is so, my lord.
What I mean something illegal is that because whenever public officials act, it must be pursuant to a piece of legislation. You can't just do things.
That is so, my lord.
Okay. So it was subsequently discovered that they didn't have authority to do what they were doing.
That is so, my lord. And then consultations.
But you had already been appointed.
That is so, my lord. And then consultations started to take effect between the ministry through our department and the Public Service Commission.
Between the two ministries.
That is so, my lord.
Yes.
And finally, it was resolved that all the concerned officers be deemed to have been appointed by the Public Service Commission retrospectively. And in the official minutes that followed,
Official minutes of public service, the commission said.
that is so, my lord. All relevant clauses were quoted, which supported the retrospective appointment. And my commissioner should have read that.
I thought he said he didn't find the minutes.
But the minutes, my lord, the minutes brought him here to present the case here. If they are in every officer's file, unless my file has been weeded, I'm afraid.
But what you heard, he said there are no minutes. He didn't find any minutes.
I have them. I have a personal copy of those minutes. And I don't think you are telling the truth.
But then you didn't challenge him on that when you were given chance to cross-examine him.
Yes, my lord, that is why I'm saying I think.
Okay. So you will avail the copy to the commission?
I will, my lord, but it is at home. Unless I can request the one in my personal file. I can do it today.
Yes, he can do it today, or even if it's tomorrow, he will liaise with you.
Thank you, my lord.
Yes, he will liaise with you. Okay. That's as far as you know about your appointment.
That is so, my lord.
Now we are told that there were other officers who were appointed in a similar, promoted in a similar fashion, but whose appointment was then nullified by courts. I've read that judgment by Shazwanijay, but I even know that one of them was Mr. Maseru. So, Maseru, yes. It's like in their case, they were not retrospectively appointed. Would you know anything, because it's like you're conversant with the matter?
I know of the case, but I may not remember it to detail, my lord.
We don't know what happened to them, to those officers.
That is so, my lord.
Okay. But we would accept that if they had been appointed in a similar fashion, maybe even them, this retrospective appointment should have been applied for.
That is so, my lord. They should have enjoyed the same
Benefits.
yes, benefits. Thank you.
It would appear to me that from your evidence, you'll correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, I accept that my appointment initially might have been wrong, but that was rectified subsequently by appropriate appointing authority, being public service.
That is so, my lord.
Okay. It's just my summary of your testimony.
Thank you, my lord.
Okay. You see, people like asking questions. You should have asked only 2 questions. You understand? Or you should not have asked questions at all.
From the commissioner?
Yes. Just I'm going to explain that. Yes, I admit my appointment might have been irregularly done, but the appointing authority, and it was regularly done because just PS and his PS and who and the late commissioner had agreed on something that they didn't have power to agree upon. They had actually usurped the powers of Public Service Commission, but subsequently that was rectified.
That is so, my lord.
You'd have long gone, maybe home to collect the minutes. Yeah. So no, we understand. We would want to see those minutes because, as I was saying, now we would want to see those minutes because to be sure that it was public service. But would you accept that you had recommended yourself for promotion, as Commissioner said? Who had recommended you for promotion?
I
submitted your name to.
I ended up being able to see the concurrence.
Okay.
It was initiated at the ministry.
But you are not the one who had.
No, my lord.
At the ministry by PS.
The PS.
PS.
No, at that time it was PS. I forget his name. It was 2015.
It was 2015. Well, the agreement was between the PS and the late commissioner was in 2013.
The retired commissioner.
Or retired 2013.
That is so, my lord.
Okay, it was in 2013.
That is so.
But then your appointment was in 2015.
That is so, my lord.
And you are saying it was not at my instance.
That is so.
I didn't recommend myself. Hence, I was talking of conflict of interest. But you are saying it was the PS at the ministry of your parent ministry.
That is so, my lord.
Okay.
I think there is a difference. The promotions which went to court, I think, are different from your own promotion, because I don't think that court judgment could have been reversed by negotiation.
That is so, my lord.
in your case, it was possible because the matter never went to court.
Okay.
The retrospective approval was possible because of that.
I agree, my lord.
Yeah.
You are done. You have any question, Commissioner? Okay, you are done, or is there anything that you want to say?
No, my lord, except
Okay.
if can I be allowed to highlight what on issues said yesterday about myself and the legal something? Or it's not within
About
us hating the head of legal.
Yes, that you didn't want to work with him.
Yes.
Yes, what you want to say?
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know how my commissioner misguided himself. I remember going to him saying, Commissioner, please be aware that during Senior Assistant Commissioner Majara's tenure, while he was commissioner, he made a decision that the legal office be directly answerable to the commissioner's office. I even said, maybe it's because he's a legal person himself. So he removed the section from the operations section. So after the expiry of the acting appointment, he came to me, assuming the legal still belonged to the operations section.
Who came to you?
Senior Secretary.
How could he have come to you? Because you are saying he's the one who had made that decision. How could he?
In my words, he wanted to ignore that, or maybe he didn't know that I still had the copy of his letter.
Okay.
That is why I said, no, if the head legal is still Mr. Majar, maybe he had good reason not to like legal being under operations section. So can the section still be answerable to the commissioner's office? That was what I said to the commissioner, and he understood me.
Okay. He didn't say, I'm reversing that decision of Mr. Majar.
He could have done it, my lord, but apparently he didn't.
Oh, he agreed with you.
That is so, my lord.
Okay.
So the impression, I'm sorry, my lord.
Yes.
The impression he gave the commission yesterday is that I'm one of the people who hate Senior Assistant Commissioner Majara, to an extent that I said I don't want to work with him. Whereas my grounds were that, no, he indicated that legal does not fall under. It was his own decision.
Okay. Yeah, no, now that that was not tested, we'll see how to do it. You didn't cross-examine on it for him to respond, but you were given a chance to say something on it. We'll see how to deal with it.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise you're excused. Mr.
Thank you,
Go
Madam.
ahead. You have a-
Yes. Now that you are here, can we quickly find, if you can remind at least me, myself, when were you, when did you first join the correctional service?
07 January 1999, my lord. 7 January.
What is the meaning of 07?
7th of January.
7th.
Of what year?
1999.
1999. And then would you know when Commissioner first joined?
The sitting commissioner.
Yes.
02 October 2000, year 2000.
2000.
If I'm right, but
So he joined later than yourself.
that is so, my lord.
Okay. Thank you.
No, thank you, Mr. Solo, for your testimony. You are excused. You are excused.
Thank you, my lord.
Yes. But you see, when things are not done transparently, what they do. Even if you view your appointment, maybe whatever was wrong was rectified. Now it still has issues. You see why it's important for everything to be done transparently, so that then we can ask whoever is complaining that go to such and such an advert. Position was advertised. I competed for. I passed the interviews and I was appointed. Normally, organizations which do things in secrecy and decisions that are taken in secret meetings, not transparently, they cause this kind of things. You understand? And now, even after your retirement, it doesn't matter if you are telling the truth. It doesn't matter. Other people will still perceive you as, that one who was not appointed procedurally. That's how it is. Yes, it's very important for everything to be done procedurally. You are excused, Mr. Su. Yes.
Chair, I'll call one officer from registry at head office.
Okay.
As Chief Officer Mamusa Tejani, please come forward.
Yeah, maybe both the commissioner and Mr. Su may want to remain behind as she testifies. Tell them not to disappear. No, she's going to testify about registry because you are both saying you don't get the reports. We want her to tell us. Let her be so.
Mabitso a hao mme. Number 45561 Mamusa Tejani.
Ke kopa phamiso ya tsala le tona he o phete ka moka gore ke hlapanya go bopaki bo ke tlo fana ka bona
Hlapanya go bopaki bo ke tlo fana ka bona.
ke ba nnete
Ke ba nnete.
nnete fela e seng ho hong
Nnete fela e seng ho hong.
Modimo o nthuse.
Modimo o nthuse.
Mamus, how are you?
I'm fine and you, sir?
No, we are all fine. Simple questions. You work at the registry?
Hey, Andati.
That is so, Chair.
Since when?
O qadile ho sebetsa teng neng?
April 2021.
We understand that amongst others you receive weekly reports, monthly reports, and quarterly reports and annual reports from regions and from this station, MCCI. Is that true?
That is so, Chair.
Yes. These weekly reports, for instance, which you receive, amongst others, they show a deployment or duty roster, isn't it?
That is so, Chair.
How about quarterly reports? Do they still show deployment or duty roster? Quarterly.
That is so, Chair.
Then annual reports?
They
also reflect that, Chair.
What do you do with these reports after receiving them? Let's specifically talk about MCCI. What do you do after receiving Mr. Managa's reports? What do you do with them?
The reports are central. The reports are central. How do you feel? How do you temper?
When the reports from Central are received, we stamp them.
Yes.
The reports.
Yes.
These are officing under the commissioner.
And you take these reports to the office of the commissioner.
Yes.
di fapana le di-return.
They are different from the returns.
Yes.
Di-return tsona ha di fihla di ya ofising ya security.
When we receive the returns, we take them to the Office of Security.
Yes. Okay. So all reports, including from all stations, they go to Commissioner's office.
Ho jwalo, Mohlomphehi.
That is so true.
What do you mean by Commissioner's office? Because I would also think that you are in Commissioner's office. Doesn't registry fall under Commissioner?
E hla teng, Mohlomphehi.
It does
So
check.
what do you mean now by Commissioner's office?
Commissioner's office ke e bolela ka ofising ya morena nka kala e leng ntate commissioner.
I mean that I'm referring to the office, in the office of Mr. Nkakala with the commissioner.
So you are telling the commission that Mr. Managa's reports, weekly reports, monthly reports, quarterly reports, and yearly reports, which show deployment, you take them to Mr. Nkakala's office.
Ho jwalo, Mohlomphehi. Feela
That is so true.
ke kopa ke hlalosa hore di-reports di fapana le di-return.
Yes.
But I would like to clarify that the reports are different from the returns.
You said returns you take to
Security.
Security.
fees. Mohlala, di-return ke bua ka ditho
Every
roster-a.
For
time
instance, by
I
return,
look at my mom, I see my world. I see a protector, a provider. I see a friend like no other. Sometimes I sit and wonder, how do we protect such beautiful creatures? Well, sometimes you can't, especially against things like death. The least we can do is to encourage them to take Tory funeral plan, because they take care of us when they are here, and Tory will take care of us when they are gone.